All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host, Dre Day FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. So today is a special day. We have NFP today. So hope everyone had a great start of their Friday. And we're going to be looking at the news events here. All right, so let's see. All right, perfect. So we're going to be only focusing on the actual NFP and see exactly what's going to happen here and what reaction that we should be looking at in regards to the market. So we're going to start with looking at the NFP news event. So we have basically you have US and CAD news today. So we have employment change for CAD, employment rate, unemployment rate for CAD. We have average hours earning month to month for the US. We have non-farm employment change for the US and unemployment rate for the US. All right, and we have the IV PMI for CAD at 10. So that's pretty much all of the news that we're gonna have. But at 8:30 we have one, two, three, four, five high impact news coming in. So let's look at, I'm just going to focus on the US one. So average hourly hours earning month to month. So we're expecting to be at, oops, we're expecting to be at 0.3%. So that's the forecast for NFP. So the non-farm employment change, we're expecting to be at 75K. So if we click on and we look at the details here, so anything higher than that amount is good, right? And we could go on the average hourly rate. Everything should be higher, should be good. Yeah, exactly. So this is the two that we should be looking at here, right? And for the rest, and you have unemployment rate. That's the last one. So yeah, it should be at 4.3%. Last month it was at 4.3, and anything less than 4.3 should be good. All right, so that's what's going on here for now. Elian, hope you have a great day. So if we go back on, I'm just gonna close this out and go back on the actual charts. And we're gonna be looking at the a plain chart on TradingView just to navigate between the indices. I'm just gonna go back here. So let me share my screen here on that. Boom, boom. All right. So yesterday, if you were on the live, we did had a small retracement here after that fair value gap. We're looking at Nasdaq right now. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger here for you guys. So we're only gonna be looking at the price action here, right? So previously we had a bullish fair value gap here, and you know what? I'm just gonna open the fair value gap one. Okay, it was already on. All right. So if you see here, we had multiple fair value gaps, bullish fair value gaps. So that was the first one that we had. Just gonna remove it so y'all can see. We did have a fair value gap right here. I'm just gonna do a replay. Oops, it was already open. Here we go. So I'm gonna do a replay here so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you remember yesterday, I told you guys that there was a bullish fair value gap on the 1 hour before that move up that we had. So if we continue the replay, this is what we saw. I just want to make sure. There you go. So that was the actual move that we had here. So that was 9:30 yesterday. So we had a pullback towards that fair value gap. Even though it finished here, that fair value gap is still valid here, guys. All right. So it was still bullish here. And then we had a reaction here off of that yesterday's news that was at 8:30. And then we had a news at 10. And that 10 p.m., 10 a.m. news pushed the market higher. So we had a small bullish fair value gap. And then higher and higher bullish fair value gaps here. All right. So I'm just gonna let it run until now. There you go. All right. So since we had, if you calculate those fair value, those bullish fair value gap that we had at the bottom, and we add up all of those, what should we be expecting? Is it the price going higher again at 8:30, or to have a reaction on the downside? So that's a question. So you can answer them in the chat. If not, I will give you the answer in a minute. So I'll make sure that you're able to answer that question. But it should be clear as day as what we're supposed to be expecting here. All right, so if we had multiple bullish fair value gaps like this, price needs to fill those fair value gap. Why? Because we have liquidity in the bottom here. All right. So we have multiple sell orders, stop loss that needs to be triggered here to have a price to go higher if we want to. All right. Because the price cannot go straight up like this to infinity. It needs to retrace. You need to retrace maybe at least at, usually it's at 50% of that bullish move before going higher. All right. So this is what we're supposed to be expecting. So right now we're in that leg. So we should have a retracement here at the bottom going down. at least 50% if you put a fib to go higher. All right. All right. So by knowing that premise, I'll put my fib here from that swing low to swing high. And I'm gonna hide this. So 50% of that range is way down here. All right. So that's why my bias here would be to go short. Exactly. That is correct. So we need to have a retracement. Once again, I'm going to reopen the fair value gap indicator. This is my custom indicator for fair value gap, guys. So they have multiple fair value gaps that are not tapped yet. All right. We did have a swing low, and right now we have small consolidation here. So exhaustion in the market, and that's I'm only looking at Nasdaq right now. Okay, so we're gonna focus on Nasdaq for NFP, and what I'm expecting is to go short. And like I said, 50% of that move is right here. So it's way down there. All right. So once again, what we're expecting is if we want to go higher, once again, we have to see this move here, a retracement towards, it could be less than 50, it could be less than 50%, it could be more than 50%, but in average, it's usually 50% of that move to go higher. Okay. So price needs to go higher and higher. It needs to retrace at least 50% of the move. All right. So this is 8:30 right now. So let's see the news. I'm gonna put a sell on my paper trading here on. Oh, it's already went. So maybe it's not gonna fill me right now, but so like I said, sell on Nasdaq. It would be the same thing for S&P 500. Should be the same move. All right. Same move. It didn't fill me, so let me do it again. Didn't fill me, so there's a lot of orders in the downside. So I'm just gonna switch my screen and I will go on MT4 and I'll place the order there. All right, so let me open NASDAQ. put my sell here. And let me look at what is most important is the, oh, what is it doing here? The news. So going to close this, open. All right, so unemployment rate, so non-farm. Oh my God. Okay, so it was at 22, and we're expecting 75, so that's really bad. Unemployment rate 4.3, and that's 4.3, so that's what we expected. And the average hourly earning month to month 0.3%, so that's what we're expecting. So that was 22K, and we're expecting 75, so that's pretty bad. So actually greater than forecast is good. So that's bad news overall. All right. So now it just fill me in on that trading view. So I'm going to close this. Yeah. So DXY is a sell. So let me go on. Back to this. Now Nasdaq is pushing up. You see, sometimes makes no sense, but we made our analysis, makes sense. Maybe they're gonna go back down at New York, but right now Nasdaq is pushing right now, pulling back into this one. Yeah. So if you were trading anything related to the dollar, you should be bearish on the dollar here. Let me go back. All right. So if we look at the dollar, DXY tanked. Okay, it was already bearish here, but that news pushed the market further down. All right, so our USD should be going up right now. Yeah, even odd USD. Yeah, odd USD, as you could see, bullish. US CAD should be bearish. Should be consolidating a little bit because I think CAD didn't have good news neither. But anything else that is against the US or US Swiss going down. Euro odd, Euro USD going up. So but remember, we do Nasdaq is not open yet, right? So even though the price the trade is a little bit in drawdown right now, I'm expecting to have the price going down a little bit more, right? So I'll just have to manage the trade. This is a demo account here, so usually I'm just gonna put it at 5K, 6K here. And 10K. All right. Yeah, so it should be bullish on the indices yesterday after the analysis that we did. So it was a buy. Even Nasdaq did the same thing. So everything pushed. So that's good. So like I said, guys, right now it's only an impulsion in the upside for the indices. But like I said, overall it should be bearish here. So we should be bearish until the end of this of today. Not expecting to have the price going higher than that. It's that was big time manipulation here, right? So it's gonna open. So as you could see yesterday, London we had a buy, US 30. Did get a buy here. That was at London, Asian, and then SSP 500. Get a buy. All right. So like I said, guys, should be overall bearish here on the indices. If you didn't take your position yet, that's okay. You still have New York open to take your position. All right. Why didn't I did take my TP and stop loss, but it didn't trigger. So Once again, we're gonna put it again. NTP is at all right. So this position here is in profit right now. And let's go back on that trading view one, that MT4 position. As you can see, it's currently in profit. Small profit, but still positive here. All right, so make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. Always doing those live here each and every day, especially on the NFP news. Always do it an hour earlier. So usually my live start at 9:15, but on NFP day it's at 8:15, so we could analyze the market before the actual news event. And if you have any questions in regards to what we're doing and all that stuff, let me know. I'm here to help. Yeah. So we'll still be on until around 10. So we're gonna wait until New York Open to see exactly what New York Open will provide us, and then we're gonna close out this session and close out the week. And we'll be back here on Monday at New York session, so 9:15. So, and we're gonna have a London session Tuesdays and Wednesdays next week. All right. So I usually do not take trades on NFP. I'm only taking trades here for educational purposes only, guys, especially on NFP day. So yeah, I can see exactly the process on how to look at news, how to look at chart. So you have to look at the fundamental, what is expected, and 9 times out of 10, your chart will tell you exactly what's going on. All right, so we did see multiple fair value gaps, bullish fair value gaps here that wasn't rated yet. So we're expecting here to go short, and if they were going to go long for a little bit, they would be doing a pullback until New York Open. And most of the since it's the NFP is related to the dollar, for sure the dollar would be impacted right away, and that's exactly what we had. If we look at DXY again, DXY did crash big time here at 9:30, 8:30. All right, so big candle going down. So we're still bullish here on that. All right, so go back here. Any questions, guys, for now? Any questions? I don't know why it's removing my TP and stop losses that I place. This is a demo environment here, guys, is because it's for entertainment purposes only that I'm doing those live. So I put that around 5K and then 10K going down. So if you have any questions, guys, please put them in the chat. And if you want me to look at other markets here, we could look at them. Still have time until New York open. Like I said, we're going to be there until 10 a.m. So we still have an hour and 10 minutes here to get that. Perfect. Any questions in regards to the support and resistance? Indicator, Leon, on trading view, not on trading view, but on MT4. Still working on that MT5 version. So when it's going to be done, I will let you know. So if it's the first time seeing my live and this indicator specifically, I'm just going to make sure that I'm actually on. Okay, perfect. So I'm sharing my screen. Perfect. So this is the support resistance trade manager that I created here. So this is my own thing. So what's good with that is that you're able to look at different levels here on higher time frame and on the current time frame to be able to place your stop loss, take profit zones of interest in regards to the market, and um, and you have access to select the time frame of the higher time frame that you want to look at. Stop loss and take profit. This is if you want to select the TP and the stop loss level, because every time that you're taking trade with that trade manager, it will place your stop loss and take profit off of previous levels or upcoming levels here on at the top if you're going for a buy or a sell. And what's neat is that you're able to place trades right there on that indicator, so you can open buys, open sells, and close position here. All right. So pretty simple. The reason why I did it this way here is because of my eye condition here. So because of the way that the terminal on MT4 or any MT4 and D5 platform, it was a little bit smaller for me. So that's why I created something that I'm able to place trades pretty fast and to go in that small terminal here, take your position and all that stuff. So it's easier to do it that way. All right. So and then if you want to hide that panel here, you just have to click on this button here, and it's going to remove everything. And you just have to change your support and resistance lines based off of the current time frame. As you can see, this is the 15-minute support and resistance zones. As you can see, the price went towards this previous resistance and support zone and started to push up. All right. But if you're looking at the higher time frame, that's a 1 hour, you could close this, open those last two. Those are the 1 hour one. And this is, so right now we're in price discovery here. So that's why it's pushing right now, but it should be going lower. Please explain the STM work like. No, it doesn't take trades automatically. It's only going to manage your manual trade. Okay, but if you're taking trades, no, it's only manual, Leon. So you have to manually put trades, and it's gonna manage the trade. So it's manual trading. All right. So once again, it's manual trading. It's not automatic. All right. So let's go on. Got a Euro USD. All right, so that's Euro USD. So we did have that push to the upside. This is a previous H1 resistance. Went through it, but then it's opening under it. And we do have a formation here of a fair value gap. So if we go on trading view, just gonna open Euro USD. Boom. So let's load trading view. All right, and we open at fair value gap. So that was our previous fair value gap here on the H1. It tapped it multiple times to push the price higher. Now we should have a reversal coming in here eventually here. All right, so expecting to go short here on Euro USD here during the day or starting next week, because DXY, if we could look at DXY, on DXY, as you can see, we have multiple bearish fair value gap here at the top that needs to be filled. All right, so they're not gonna leave money hanging. You need to grab that liquidity here to push the price lower if they want to do that. Right. So they already took those bullish fair value gap here, so that those were filled already. Now we have bearish fair value gaps here at the top that needs to be filled. All right, so we need to see a reaction off of a zone. Could be a support resistance. And right now, it's already filled that big gap that we had here. So expecting to go higher on Euro US on DXY, and that's why I'm expecting Euro USD to go short eventually, because it's too extended here. What about the automation trading, Leon? What's your question? Are you talking about the management part? Okay. All right. So execute it. So it's the top of the hour here. So let's go back on. So as you can see, New fair value gap was created here. The hourly fair value gap was created on DXY. If we go back on Euro USD, should be created here at the top. There you go. So you see, after each hour, it's going to calculate if there's a fair value gap or not, and if there's one, it's going to create the fair value gap for you. All right. All right. So let's go back on the MT4. All right. So you said, what do you say? Please check US30 original bias is bullish. Mix AI for our buy setup. Okay. 15 is look it has to be reversing here. Set 4 hour. Yeah, mix AI. Yeah, but that 4 hour was did it just triggered? No, it's been a while that it triggered, Leon. So you have one, two, almost three. It's three touch point here for a resistance zone on the 4 hour. So short term, short, long term, I'm bearish on US30. Maybe it may start to go up and go to that TP1 on the H4, but I would be bearish here overall. Right. But why are you looking at the 4 hour chart, Leon? Are you looking to swing trade? Because if it was a swing trade, you should be already in that trade since way back. And those were the moves that we had Wednesday. Exactly. So Wednesday it was a bullish setup. So that move was already done. So I always say to not chase move after the move is done. The only the only thing in regards to MXAI is that it's good in lower time frame, right? But on a higher time frame, most of the time it's going to give you the alert or the signal after the move was done because it has to wait until the close of the candle to get in to provide you with the alert. So for example, here, just gonna minimize that. So here, you had that sell, all right? Is it better to get in on that sell at the close of that candle or at the top here? So for 12 hours, you should be in that sell and it give you that sell at the end and then it consolidated. So yes, you may have went to TP1, but most of the moves was already done. Same thing here. Price started to go up here for 12 hours. When I say 12 hours, it's because it's 3 candles, 1, 2, 3. It's on the 4 hour, 12 hours, and then started to consolidate. So better to get in and get out at the start of the move than at the then at the end of the move. So if I open the trend indicator that I'm going to provide you, that is called Nova. If I'm able to find it here. Nova is here. Boom. And I put it on the chart time. Just gonna make sure I have it on another screen. Hold on. I'm gonna close this, open this, and on the 30. And I'm going to page 4. So overall, this zone was bearish. Now it's starting to go bullish here. It's starting to go bullish. But it's better to go if you're using that, it's better to go on a lower time frame. Like I said, on the 15-minute chart. And when it says buy sell, it's only the direction, guys, okay? So for example, right now we just got a buy signal here off of that move. I mean, right now it's bullish. we were bearish here, and then we were bullish here. So if I close this, open those fair value gaps, so now those bullish fair value, bearish fair value gap are currently invalidated here because it broke toward up towards those, and it went to that bullish fair value gap here. So that's why right now you have a buy. And so that's pretty much it on that. Still have 17 minutes left before market open. The New York market opens. All right. So is that clear, Leon? Let me know if that makes more sense. But if you're looking at the 4 hour, signal already passed. So but eventually, Leon, you should be able to look at market movement, market the price action, and only focusing on levels. And you should be trading off of levels only. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. right. So, um, oh my god. Okay, so please check German 30 high low indicator on 15 minutes. Okay, now you're looking at a high low level. 15. It seems to be looking for a sell right now, but all right. So you said please check the 15-minute chart. Yeah, right now it's for German it's choppy right now, and for German what I saw most of the time is that German is better at London than New York. But based off of what you're seeing right now, I'm just gonna load up Fairbuy Gap. Perfect. Trend here. So currently the trend is bearish right now. So yes, looking for a sell right now. So the trend is bearish. I went to those previous levels here at the top. So we have multiple touch points here. So it may start to melt here, and we do have a big fair value gap here at the bottom that needs to be filled. So they tried to went two times here, but it should be starting to go down. Yeah, yeah, it should. Like I said, most of the time, me personally, I use it. I trade German at London most of the time because there's more volume because German German market is open at London and not it started opening at London and not at New York. So that's why it's better to take position at the start of that session that has more volatility for that indice, and that's why I tell you to go on German at London. But you're able to take trade at New York too. Same thing for let's say Nasdaq or US 30 or S&P 500. You're able to trade them at London too because London, there's traders, banks that are opening and making transaction with the US at London, and they're not waiting for New York Open to make their position. So, but most of the time, it's better to trade that NDC based off of their local time for opening market. So, German 40 or German 30 is at London, and everything that is US related will be at New York. It depends exactly on what's your settings on the cyber level, Leon. Because me, I have it on the 30. The settings for the high low level is at on the 30. I refer to lower level. Okay, you're talking about the current the time frame level or the higher time frame level? I open up the current time frame levels with the higher time frame level. So it's bouncing off of those two levels here. Oh, okay. That's the thing. Yeah, you don't have the same settings as me, Leon. So you have to tell me which settings are you using. So let me change that to 1 hour. If that's what you have. Uh, what is that? There you go. So that's what you should see right now on the 1 hour. Yeah, that's they took it for a sell. So if you put a fib from here to here, you should see a retracement to that 50% retracement. So if we put from the high to the low, or 61.8. So we went to 61.8 retracement. So it's you're expecting to go short. No, I'm not trading on the 30 minutes. I'm trading. I'm looking at the level on the 30-minute higher time frame. When I use the high low level indicator, That's my settings for me. But if you're more comfortable in a 1 hour, that's okay too. Because I remember that I said to put it on the 30 minutes if you're trading on the 15. But if you're trading on the if you're looking at the higher time frame on the 1 hour, that's okay too. That's okay too. So 9:30. So market open. Let's see. I'm still on that. I'm just gonna close that sell eventually. What do you mean? You don't have the same screen as me? Makes no sense. I just changed it to US to Nasdaq. That's German right now. So this is German. You have blue and red 50-minute lines. Maybe you change the color for your lines, Leon. I didn't change anything on the settings other than the time frame. You told me it's 1 hour. That's what I just put. 1 hour. Just gonna see if I have the high low level. Because I also put the current time frame levels too. So that's why you have other lines on my screen. All right. So let's look. Are you good with German? I'm gonna look at Nasdaq right now. I'm gonna switch my screen. Price should be going down right now. So they waited for New York to do their move. So we have multiple wicks at the top. So that means exhaustion in the market. And if I go back on all right, perfect. So make sure to manage trade off of that. And let me open the Um, So, like I said, if you're looking at this that US that Nasdaq, it went towards that previous resistance on the H1, and now started to reverse. So we had a H1 reverse resistance and a H1 support, previous support. So, like I said, if you have those two next to each other, those are powerful move. So now it's trading within that previous support here on the H1, but it should be breaking out of it and to continue going down. And if we look at German H1, so you see German here, Leon. If you look at it, like I said, you were going to go short, and you see you have multiple. You had a buy and you had a resistance and support right next to each other on the H1. So powerful level to be looking at. So that's why I told you that it was supposed to be going down. We do have a fair value gap at the bottom here, and we should see a continuation of that here. And so make sure to manage your trade accordingly. Well, everything is melting right now, so that's perfect. So Leon, can you tell me how did you base your trade for German? Did you use an indicator, or you just look at the price action with the levels? I wanna know.
Buy US 30 at price
US 30.
45,706.1 on 15M time frame at time 9 hours 38 minutes and 51 seconds. Buy US 30 at price 45,706.1 on 15M time frame at time 9 hours 38 minutes and 51 seconds. Buy US 30 at price 45,706.1 on 15M time frame at time 9 hours 38 minutes and 51 seconds.
Taking What do you mean taking many trades? What do you mean? Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so you just look at price action and look at levels. Is that what I'm understanding? If that's the case, that's great. So that means that you're able to analyze. I trade a lot. I traded a lot. I traded a lot. What do you mean that you traded a lot and you analyzed many trades? What do you mean? If you trade a lot, that's not good. So it's experience that you have in the market. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're trying to say. Okay, so, all right. No problem.
Buy US 100 at price 23,836.1 on 15 am time frame at time 9 hours 42 minutes and 17 seconds. Buy US 100 at price 23,836.1 on 15am time frame at time 9 hours 42 minutes and 17 seconds. Buy US 100 at price 23,836.1 on 15am time frame at time 9 hours 42 minutes and 17 seconds. Buy US 500 at price 23,836.1 on 15am time frame at time 9 hours 42 minutes and 18 seconds. Buy US 500 at price 23,836.1 on 15am time frame at time 9 hours 42 minutes and 18 seconds. Buy US 500 at
Yes,
price
exactly. So that's how you learn. You learn from your
23,836.1 on 15am time frame at
mistakes.
time 9
So
hours
that's how you
42
get better.
minutes and
So
18 seconds.
as long as you're journaling your trades and seeing exactly what you did wrong, eventually you will be in the right side of the market. So that's perfect. So I'm really happy that you're getting better and better each and every month and weeks. So eventually you're gonna take my place. That's that's uh that's what I want. And sometimes it's good to not take trades, just see exactly how the price action does, what it's react off of, and all that stuff. Especially if you're looking at German right now. If you go back on the MT4 chart, you see that we did have the multiple resistance here. We had a resistance here, because you have H1 resistance and H4 support right right there, and then we had another one here. So those were high probability reaction off of the those resistance zones. Right now we do have a resistance with a support compared to those two. Those are weaker ones, so we may go through, and that's what we're doing right now. And we have the next level here that could be important of of German. So if you're looking to take profit, that'll be a good zone to take profit here. That's a previous resistance, a support zone. That was a previous bullish fair value gap. So if you look at the MT4 one, Leon, make sure to look at that. So I'm gonna keep it on this on the German chart for you, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so I just heard your message, Leon. So, like I said, the level that I'm looking at for German, like you said, it may be a pullback, but if you look at the MT4 high low level, this is a level that I will be looking at. Okay, so that will be the first level here for a pullback, if not this second one. The reason why is that you see those levels are the H1 levels here are next to each other, all right, and this one too, okay, and the rest are pretty far away. So those are two levels of interest. So you have this level here, and you have this one, okay. But if you're looking at a 5 minute fair value gap, you may it may be already there. So just trade accordingly, manage your trade accordingly. If you're not comfortable of taking keeping your trade open, just close it in profit if you're already in profit. If not, you could. Those are the levels that I will be looking at for German. So that'll be the first one here and the second one right here. But if you see that it's a pullback, Leon, do it the way that you think it's best for you. As long as you're following your plan, that's what's important. So, and if it makes sense for you, keep your trade open. If not, get out and live for another day. But I'm expecting to have the price going lower towards those levels here. So once again, the first level will be this one, and the second level will be this one. Okay. So it could continue to melt here until the end of the day. So tell me if you understood what I said, Leon. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I already sent you the message here on Telegram, but that's pretty much what I just said here. So first level here to take profit will be those two levels here, those two here. All right, so it's almost there. So if you want to close your trade, you're able to do so right now. If not, you could wait for the continuation at the downside if it's going through those levels. But right now, it's at that first support level. So I would tell you maybe to eventually take profit. So you decide exactly when to get out of that trade. But we're already at. I would consider that we're already at that level here right now. All right. So it's 9:53. Yeah, so we still have 7 minutes left before that 15-minute candle close. So it may start to push lower. And as you can see, we did have a pullback here to a previous level and then started to break down. So we should have some continuation in the downside here based off of what I'm seeing here. But like I said, you decide when to get out of your trade. If it makes sense to you to take out to get out, get out. Sure, but trade is sure, but target is Yeah, usually it's fair the target most of the time is fair value gap or previous support and resistance, Leon. So that's why I'm only looking at that MT4 support and resistance. I don't look at the high low levels on TradeView. The reason why is that the MT4 one provide you with more levels to look at compared to the TradingView one because it's based off of the broker's feed, like I explained before. So give you more indication exactly on what's going on. And right now it's trading within that level here right now. So if you're well in profit, yeah, right now it's rating it right now. We still have what, 5 minutes left. So it may close below this level. If it does, we may have a continuation. You this When you say you decide, you have to look at the actual market, okay? The cycle of the market, and you're gonna see the reaction off of levels. So every time, if you look at my chart right now, okay, every time that I have a support and resistance that are next to each other, you see that you have two colors on one region right now. Those are high probability reversal zones. Okay. So when you see that and you see the price rejecting off of those are high probability rejection zones. So that's why when you told me that it was going to be a sell, I said, yeah, it makes sense because we have previous zones here that was rejected. There's another one that was rejected here. And then we should be looking for a sell because we had a fair gap at the bottom. We have this level that was not rated yet that needs to be filled. And right now, this candle is filling it right now. And I'm pretty sure it's going within a fair value gap. So, and also you have that support and resistance zone here. You see those two colors are next to each other. So that will be the zones that I'll be looking at for a take profit. Same thing for my stop loss. If let's say I get in on that trade at this candle here, let's say it was this candle, I'm pretty sure it was this candle for you. I will put my stop loss here at those previous levels here that has those two support and resistance lines next to each other. Okay. So based off of that, that's why I'm telling you if you're looking to get out of that trade, it's the best time to do so because it's within a fair value gap here off of the 1 hour and based off of previous support and resistance. Is that clear, Leon? I don't know why it's not clear for the lines. It's support and resistance lines. Should be clear as day. So right now the price is rejecting off of that resistance slash support zone. Let me hear your message. All right, so yeah, Leon, I just listened to your message. It's simple. The reason why you don't have the same levels as me is because you're not using the same broker as me. Like I told you, the levels are based off of your broker's feed. So you may not have the same levels as me. So currently I'm using a demo account for Robo Forex, and you should be using a different broker than Robo Forex. So that's why you're not gonna have the same levels. It's it's normal. The reason why is that brokers doesn't have the same calculation for your spread, and the feed are not the same. So you have to follow the levels that you have on your own broker. Even though I'm showing you exactly levels on mine, it's not going to be the same as yours. So it's normal. So don't be alarmed that you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing, because it's not the same broker. All right, so pretty easy explanation. So you have to follow exactly your broker's lines that is plotted for support and resistance. All right. So right now it broke that support and resistance that I have on my broker, and it's already went to that second one that I told you that it may go. So if you're clearly in profit, I would tell you to secure some profit, and even close your trade, because it should be well in profit right now. All right, no problem. Perfect. Okay, so perfect. So well, let's close it out here, guys. So thank you very much for being on this live. It was a good live here on with a lot of explanation and all that stuff. So thank you so much for the engagement and all that stuff. So we'll be back here on Monday, 9:15. Okay, and I will put the schedule here next week in the Discord for next week. But if you're in that German trade, it should be well in profit right now. And yeah, if you have any questions, please make sure to put it in the chat. Okay, you close that first level. Okay, perfect. Great. Great. So Great. Yeah, no problem, Leon. No problem. So make sure to revise this slide if you have any questions, clarity, and what to do. But like I said, those levels are really based off of your broker. So make sure to look at your broker's levels, not mine, because it's not the same feed, the same broker. Pretty normal. All right. So that being said, guys, wish you a wonderful rest of your day, a great weekend, and we'll be back fresh on Monday for another section with Dre Day FX. All right. Peace. Have a great one.